anthropy. So if you see the word anthropy, you could say that's either in the nominative or the vocative. The context will let you know. And it means men. It's plural. Men. Anthropy. Genitive. Plural is anthropon. Anthropon. Of men. Now if you look across the page back to the singular, got the same instruction, of a man. This is simply of men. Dative, anthropis. Anthropis. To or for men. Anthropis. And then the accusative, anthropos. Simply men. Men. So the student should learn that in the declension of anthropos, there's 5 cases, and learn those case endings. You remember when we were in grammar school? How many remembers? Long time for me. You two guys back there have been talking. Come up to the board and write 50 times. I will not talk in class. Right? You remember that, don't you? That's the same way you can do this. Write it 50 times if you have to, until you begin to recognize those endings. You can say, hey, that word's in the genitive. That means of a man or of whatever it is. Dative is to or for. And you can learn it that way. Write it until you learn it. It's work. It's work. But you can do it. And I'm trying to show you shortcuts about how to learn. All right. Look over to the next page, 25. The subject of a sentence. Now, when we were in grammar school, we learned that the subject, like the boy likes candy. We learned how to identify the subject, didn't we? Now, in Greek, contrary to what this man says, he says normally that the subject will be at the first of the sentence. That's just not true. Sometimes the subject may be in the center of the sentence. So tell me how you would find the subject.
Put a nominative ending.
There you go. You look for the nominative ending. Os. Or E. You look for the nominative ending. Then you start from the subject and you learn, now I've got the subject first here. E, me, me. Very good, thanks. Me, subject, me, very, verb, good, direct object. Efkaristo, thanks. So, I wrote that, and I'll always do that for you, putting the subject first, but that's not necessarily how you'll find it in the Greek text. You have to look for that nominative ending. Yes, sir.
Can you write one with the subject in the middle?
Yes, sir. Could I do it at the end? Would you let me do it at the end? Okay. I think it'd be more helpful, because right now I want you to concentrate on these cases. Notice, please. Number 34. The subject of a sentence is put in the nominative case. Thus, and this will help you right here. It'll show you. Thus, apostolos Janoski means an apostle knows. Why is apostolos the subject?
Because it's in the nominative case.
It's nominative case. Why? How did you identify that?
The Omicron sigma at the end.
Omicron sigma ending. An apostle knows. Okay? object of a transitive verb is placed in the accusative case. Now we're learning cases here. Thus, vlepo logon means I see a word. Why is vlepo the subject? Hmm? Yeah. It's got a omega ending, hasn't it? I see a word, logon. So I'm teaching you about looking for the subject and showing you about the cases. Now, number 35, look at the genitive case. The genitive case expresses possession. Thus, loi apostolon means words of apostles or apostles' words. It can be either way in the genitive case. Words of apostles or apostles' words. Now, if you had a longer construction, you might want to say apostles' words, but it just depends. The genitives have many other important uses. Drop down to 36. We've looked at the accusative. We've looked at the nominative. We've looked at the accusative. Now we want to look at the dative. The dative case, 36, is the case of the indirect object. Thus, lego, logon, apostolis means I say a word to apostles. What's the subject there? Lego. Lego. I say. Is that singular or plural? Singular. I say a word to apostles. That's plural. The e's ending is plural. Look at 37. The vocative case is the case of direct address. Thus, adelphi vlepomen means brother, we see. Brother is your subject because of the epsilon ending. Brother, we see. Look at 38. Learn the declension, and listen, don't let this throw you. Don't let it throw you. We'll repeat, I don't want to skip over some of these important things, but if you're not getting it this very minute, don't let it throw you. Hang in here with me. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is confusing.
Well, of course it is. I'm trying to make it as simple as I can.
Okay.
That's part of learning, is practicing. Okay. The declension, number 38, the declension of logos is simply a word. But if you see that masculine definite article, o logos, what does that mean?
The word.
Very good, the word. And of doulos, o doulos, a servant without the definite article. These nouns differ from anthropos only in that the accent is different. Drop down to 39. The declension of eos, o eos, eos a son, o eos the son, is as follows. Now, look how simple this is, folks. This is the same thing as number 31. Look back to 31 with me. Look back up here to 31. See all those endings there? 31, os, u, o, on, e, in singular. Now look back to the bottom of the page. What do you have? Same endings. So it's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. Eos is, in the nominative case, why? Ask yourself the question. Why is it in the nominative case? because of Omicron sigma ending. That's nominative. Okay? Look at the genitive. E-oo. E-oo. Why is it in the genitive case? Look at your ending. Omicron epsilon. E-o. Dative. E-on. Accusative. E-e is the vocative. Look at your case endings. Nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, and of course the vocative. It's the same as 31. The endings are the same. Different word. It's not man, here it's son. Endings are the same. Okay. Turn your page to page number 26. Page number 26. On page 26, look with me please at the declension on page 26, number 41. The declension of thoron. Thoron, that's gift. But what's different here?
The singular and the nominative and vocative combined.
Yes, sir. And notice also the word do. What did we say? It's neuter. O-E, do. O's masculine, E feminine, do neuter. So gift is neither man nor woman, male or female. So we use do. Now, the nominative and vocative and accusative are the same here. Look please at the nominative and vocative singular. Thoron. Nominative and vocative, the same. Now this is a lot to remember. Don't tire yourself up over it. I've got to go through this. Hang in here with me. Stay with me. Keep trying. I know this is a lot to memorize, a lot to remember. It's about as clear as muddy water right now. And I understand that. So don't lose heart with me. Don't lose heart. Don't get discouraged. Stay with me. And we'll learn it. You just trust me and stay with me. Thoron, nominative, vocative. Thoru, look at the ending. Thoro, dative. Thoron, nominative, vocative, and accusative are the same. Those three are the same. Nominative, vocative, accusative, thoron. It's the same. So that's not difficult. Then go over to the plural side. The nominative and vocative are the same. Thora gives plural. Genitive, thoron. Thoris, dative. And thora. Nominative, vocative, and accusative are the same. Thora. So that's not so difficult. Now at the bottom of the page, page 43, the number 43, I'm going to read it to you. I've been pitching at this almost the whole hour. Look at it with me, please. Number 43, order of words. This is very misleading. The normal order of the sentence in Greek is like that in English. Not so. Not so. Subject, verb, and object. You're going to find that most of the time that's not so. The subject can be in the center of the sentence. You identify the subject by how. What do?
It's in the nominative case.
Yeah, you look for that nominative case ending. And I'll prove to you. You'll see that what I'm saying is true as we go into these studies. Okay, what time is it? I can't see the clock. 20 to 8. And we're to close at what time? 8:30? 8:30?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Would you like to stand up a minute? Just stand up and stretch for a second. Everybody, stand up. Stand up, just stretch for a minute. Kind of clear your mind. I know, and I can't stress it enough, I know that this is difficult, and you're thinking, I'm just not gonna make it. No, please don't think that way. Stay with me. Stay in here and keep trying. You're gonna learn. You may not learn every one of these, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just do your best. Give it the best you got, and the Lord will help you with it. All right, we've stretched a little. Let's sit down now. All right. Would you look on page 27 at the bottom of the page, number 45, exercises. I'm going to read it. I want you to read it then as a class. Number 1, Adelphos, Vlepi, Anthropon. All right? Somebody translate that for me. Where's your subject? It is at the beginning. How do we know it's the subject?
Because it's the nominative case.
In the nominative case, how do we know it's nominative case? The ending, Omicron Sigma. If you have trouble, just flip back over there to page 24 and look for nominative, and you see Omicron Sigma ending. Okay? So, let's translate that. Adelphos is what?
Brother.
A brother. Vlepe.
He sees.
All right, he sees will be all right. That's what we call a stolid translation. That's okay. The ending is certainly he. But if we were going to translate that, we'd say a brother sees what?
A man.
A man. Apostol. I'm sorry. Anthropon. A man. Look at that ending on anthropon. What is it? Omicron knee. What is it? Let's flip back over.
The accusative.
Okay, flip back over to page, what? 24. Singular. Look at number 31 on page 24. Drop down to the accusative. There it is. Anthropon. It's in the accusative case. So see, learning the case endings can help you determine if it's singular or plural and what case it's in. Okay? So, a brother sees a man. Everybody with me? All right, look at number 2. Doulos. Repeat after me. Doulos. Raphi. Logos. All right, now these are put this way to teach you to find the subject. So, what's the subject? Doulos. Doulos is your subject. Why is it the subject? Omicron Sigma ending tells us that it's in the nominative case and therefore the subject. So, a slave writes words. A slave writes words. Okay? Number 3, well, that's pretty hard. I'll let you translate in a minute. Number 3, apostoli, didaskusin, anthropon. Okay, so it says apostoli, didaskusin, anthropon. Now, can we find the subject? iota is the ending, yes, sir. That's plural, right? And it's the subject. An apostle, didaskusin, teaches. Anthropon,
So is that plural or singular?
it's plural.
So it would be apostles?
Apostles,
Okay.
apostles
Teach.
teach a man. Apostles teach a man. All right, number 4, apostoli. Come on, class. Apostoli, liusi, thulus. Now, where's the subject in there? Apostoli. Why? Omicron iota ending tells us that that's in the nominative case, and that it is singular or plural. Plural. Very good. So, apostles, liusi. That usi tells you that that's third person plural, right? Usi ending. So, apostles, loose, servants or slaves. Apostles, loose, slaves or servants. Number 5, doulos. Come on, class. Lamvani, Dora. All right, someone translate that for us. Find your subject. Huh? All right, doulos is the subject, and we know why, because it's Omicron sigma ending. That tells you it's in the nominative case, therefore the subject. What is doulos? Servant, okay, or slave. So we say, a slave, could we do that? Yeah. A slave, lamvani, takes or receives. Dora, is that singular or plural? It's plural. So therefore, yes, or gives, plural. A slave receives gifts. Number 6. Pronounce that for me, class. Very good. Lamvanusin. Notice the iota ni ending. Lamvanusin. Ikus.
Say that one more time.
Find your subject. Lamvanusin ikus. That's right. Is your subject. And being Omicron iota ending, that means it's singular or plural? It's plural. So sons, that's your subject. Sons, lamvanosin, receive houses. Ikus. Sons receive houses. Now what did I tell you about? The subject could be in the center. Okay, there's a typical example. Number 7. Thulus. Ke. Ikus. Lamvanusin. Adelphi. Find your subject. Very good. Subject is Adelphi. So is that singular or plural? Plural. The singular is Adelphos, which means brother, right? So, brothers, because Adelphi, Omicron iota, plural. Brothers receive, lamvanusi. See how backwards this is? Brothers receive slaves and houses.
So either way you translated that, if you said houses and slaves, either way, is there a way to make a difference in that, or would you just?
Mm-hmm. There is. Let's look at it. Pardon me. You might could say, let me see about the construction.
But, and I was just curious if you got a K, then it was kind of the K is linking the two, so you would just take the one in order. I didn't know if that was a general rule or.
The K is and, is the connecting conjunction. But you've got to identify the subject.
Yeah, well, once you do that, then, I got you.
Brothers, we couldn't say of slaves because it's not in the dative case.
Right.
So brothers, the next word that would make any sense would be receive. Usin is they. Brothers receives slaves and houses. But thank you for thinking like that. That's questioning why it's constructed that way, and that's healthy. That's what you want to do. You want to ask yourself a question. Could that be constructed a different way? All right, look at number 8. Vlepelman,
Lepelman,
Ira, Ke Apostolus.
Apostolus.
All right, find your subject. Vlepelman, isn't it? We see. Vlepelman. We see temples, Ira, and apostles. We see temples and apostles. All right, number 9. Thulus.
So before we go on to that one though, so if you don't have a noun in the nominative case, then you just have to figure out what makes sense as the subject.
Read the words.
Right. So, but that's, once again, like you said a minute ago, it's making sense out of what's there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got you.
What I did in my own mind, which I should have done for you, was to say Vlepelman, Ira, Ke Apostolus. Now, Vlepelman means we see. Ira means temples, and Apostolus, soul. How can I identify the subject there? Wouldn't be temples. Wouldn't be apostolos. So it had to be we see. So you just learn.
Logical pattern.
Yeah, you learn by knowing the words what makes sense, what's coherent, what makes sense.
So the endings are not always going to be there. Is that what
The endings will be there. Almond is third person singular.
Okay.
So it's we. Almond etiusi. We see. So that's still going to identify the subject for you.
Yeah.
Almond. Number 9. Thulus.
Ulus.
I've got one person repeating. Thulus.
Ulus.
Vlepete.
Lepete.
Ke
Ke.
Adelphus.
Adelphus.
Thulus is servants. Vlepete is you see. Ke is and. Adelphus is brothers. So